Guys, welcome to the Born Off season. This is our shorter, more interesting segments in the off season where we keep you entertained because we all want to keep the football content coming. We're talking football transfers and we're touching on a very important game for the Socceroos on Wednesday morning. You don't want to miss it. Tune in.
Yeah, what's happening, guys? Welcome to off-season Born Offside because the season's finished, but we're still here. Welcome, Kat. Welcome, OLANTEKKERS with his Big Verge merch on. We've got OLANTEKKERS jumper on today.
I have merch dropping this week.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to look out for that one.
Yeah.
Put a lot of stuff into it, so a lot of hard-earned dollars.
Yeah.
Where is it dropping? Like, how can people find it?
How can we get it?
There'll be a website. There's obviously a Big Verge. There's a OLANTEKKERS merch page. If you want to follow it on that. And there'll be links and stuff to the website. So
how long until Virgil van Dijk hits you up for
with
some
a
sort of royalties or something?
Yeah, I've thought about this, and I was like, I'm technically selling product on someone else, and I'm like, at the end of the day, if he hits me up with a lawsuit, I'm going to say, listen, mate, it actually means Big Virgin.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with. That's a short, and you know what I mean? Like, it can mean multiple things, you know?
That's true.
Half the people that were going to buy that have now decided they're not buying it.
Yeah, exactly.
And Kat, you got one of these jumpers, even though I haven't got one yet.
I
but
did
Kat
get
got
one.
one.
I was rocking it over the weekend.
Yeah.
Took it out to Manly.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if people were looking at it wondering because I was
Well,
wearing
I don't think my demographic is man.
or if it was because I had my North Face jacket on, and I know that really bothers you as well, Olan.
Wow, you got it all going on. You
Let's
got
not
the
talk about
OLANTEKKERS lookbook.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about North Face.
Let's not talk about it. Well,
Yeah,
it is.
sorry.
It's off season.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like off season though.
Yeah.
No,
Because
because there's still a lot of football
there's
going
still
on.
a lot of football and it hasn't finished. And before we even kick anything off, I actually want to ask you guys, as football fans, this is not something we're used to. It used to be final day of the season, you win the league, you avoid relegation, maybe you go down, you lose. Then the parties happen, the parades through the streets, and then the players leave and they go on holiday and they hit the town with the boys. Now it's straight into international break, even though it's not an international year. There's no World Cup at the moment. There's no Euros. There's no Copa America. Still, they've got to go with their national team, play friendly matches or play Nations League. Onside or offside for these players?
I do think it's a little bit offside, but I know they get an extended break after the national team break. I know they do normally get that holiday in, but it's at a different time to everyone else. You know, like you want to go with a few ballers that maybe got some in the championship, some that don't play for England. You know, I know they all hang around together. So I know I do feel like sometimes it would get a little bit much. Like you do need that little break that to rejuvenate and refreshen your energy and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's how I feel anyway.
Especially because that last part of the season's so intense.
That's what I mean.
You're just
like,
so ready for a break.
And it's all the winners have come out and said it because Kevin De Bruyne came out and said it as well. He said it's a lot of football for us and we're a little bit over it at this point because City played right down to the final day. And then surely, I mean, those lads would have partied after winning that league as well.
Well, we saw
Jackie Boy, who's also in the England squad.
Yeah.
And then you've got to get right back up, go play for your country. And that's probably why I've seen so many upsets. I mean, England lost to Hungary the other day.
I don't know what happened there.
I mean, what happened there?
Let's not talk about it. We move on.
You can't avoid it, Olan.
We move on and we move forward, all right? I don't know what Southgate was playing a peculiar team.
It was strange.
It was a very strange squad. He was playing thingy left back. What's his name? Plays for Leicester. I can't remember his name, but he's playing him left back when he's a right back. I don't know.
He had three right backs on the pitch, and none of them actually played right back.
Yeah,
which was just very strange from Southgate. But you know, it's like, is it an experimental game? It kind of means something. It is the Nations League. Kat, do you like this Nations League format?
Look, you know how I feel about international.
You don't like
Especially, it's not that I don't like it. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
When you see certain countries and certain squads, it's so awesome to see.
And when the
them
World
all
Cup
come
rolls
together.
around, it's the real deal.
love the World
It's the
Cup.
real deal.
But I think kind of back to what you were saying before, Olan, it's a period of football where I feel like the energy dies off a little.
Right.
And I think everybody's kind of earned their time to go do their thing.
Yeah.
And I know when you look at the lineup, who's to say that that's not because half the team didn't want to show up that day?
Yeah, they're all feeling a bit
They all wanted a
sore.
little
They're like,
break,
sorry,
Yeah.
Southgate
Sorry,
not
it was
going to
in
make it.
Marbella last week.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, these lads play for huge clubs, $1 million games. So it has been the smaller nations which have popped up and they're pinching results. And I
Which
guess,
is cool.
Which is cool, I guess. It's a good opportunity for them to win games. We did have Wales qualify for the World Cup.
Oh, really?
That is so cool, though.
Yeah.
To be fair.
So one of my good friends is one of the camera, or he's like takes care of all the camera stuff that goes on at Scotland.
Okay.
And they just missed out.
Lost to
So he
Ukraine,
called
yeah.
me. Yeah, he used to be cameraman at Wanderers. Now he's living in Scotland. He was like,
Oh, wow.
bro, I was going to be going to a World Cup. I'm so
Oh.
upset.
Oh, because he follows the team.
Because he follows the team. Wherever they go, he goes. He shoots all the content. He
Yeah.
spends with all the players.
What a
like
shame.
pictures, everything. And he would have been... He's an Aussie dude.
Yeah.
And he would have been going to the World Cup. When
Wow.
Well, now
he's-
he can come on our podcast instead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
maybe
that's
get
a
him
cool
back.
story.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
get him
That
back
is a
in.
cool story.
But it's so cool to see Gareth Bale
Yeah.
do that with them.
Yeah.
I think, what is it, the first time in...
Since
I mean,
58.
yeah.
What?
Since
A
58.
crazy amount of
They're
time.
never there. Yeah, if you think back, like Wales are
I think
never
it's 'cause I
there.
always see him in the Euros. I always,
Yeah.
yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, Wales, but they never actually World Cup.
They've earned this because they've had a few really good Euros campaigns,
Absolutely.
and so they've really earned this World Cup. And they said it was a tricky one playing against Ukraine because Ukraine going through everything they're going
Right.
through. Everyone kind of was secretly hoping Ukraine win and go all the way. And then the Welsh team, they were really calm yesterday. They said, like, we support Ukraine in absolutely everything, and we really hope that this war is over. We saw any way that we can all these. And they spoke so beautifully about everything. And they said, but at the end of the day,
okay.
this is football, and we haven't been to a World Cup in a long time, and we're going to give everything tomorrow to get to the World Cup. And they did that. They really dug deep. Their keeper was brilliant all game.
Yeah, I
Unfortunately, it was
think
an
that's
own goal, which got them there, but you take them. And Wales are at the World Cup in England's group. You nervous
That's
about
gonna
that?
be
You
a
nervous
big
about the
one.
Welsh and Gareth Bale?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there was this argument going around on Twitter, and it was like in the prime, Gareth Bale, I think it was Hazard and Salah.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I said, obviously I'm a Chelsea fan, I said Hazard.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that are like Gareth Bale.
Yeah, you forget how good.
You actually forget how
He
good
goes
he
under the
was.
radar
Yeah.
a bit, doesn't he? But then you
Yeah.
look at his achievements and he's done a
I
lot.
think he's like one of
Freak.
the most underrated world-class players that there is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we forget a couple of years ago he scored that bicycle kick at the
It's the greatest.
Champions League final.
yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
moments in history. So
Yeah.
I never doubt Gareth Bale.
Yeah.
Even though he's not maybe at his prime, whenever he plays for Wales,
Yeah.
turns into his prime anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So
right.
Absolutely.
it's going to be one of them ones. He might carry him all the way.
Yeah, they've got a good side. That Bale
Be cool to
before he
see.
left for Real, when he started playing kind of like a 10 role for Tottenham, was unbelievable. But congratulations to them. There's still a few more spots left for the World Cup, and so we turn our attention to the Intercontinental Playoffs. We're going to talk about that in a sec because the Socceroos are in action. Before we get there, though, we'll talk about a couple of sagas around the world. We'll kick it off over in a place that you called home for a little bit, over in España.
In España.
In España. Piqué.
Oh, here we go.
Gerard
Muy
Piqué.
bien, muy bien, muy
Muy
bien.
bien. He's been a bad man.
There's
though.
nothing
he
muy
hasn't
bien
been,
about this.
No, he hasn't
Bad
been.
con de
Muy
España.
mal.
Muy mal. Exactly right. Gerard Piqué and Shakira break up after a 12-year relationship. Plus plenty of rumors surrounding Gerard Piqué, including one that said he slept with Gavi's mum.
I heard about that.
Who's in his team.
I heard about that. Now that is offside.
That's
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 as far
well
offside
offside.
as it gets. I mean, first of all, we don't condone cheating in any sort of way.
No.
But to cheat with somebody's mother that you know in the team, correct?
yeah.
Nah, you got to go.
Look, pretty much everyone has come out squashing this rumor, saying it is
Okay.
in no way true. And I thought I got to do my own research.
Okay.
What did you find?
So I had a look at.
I want to know what you found.
I went onto Javi's social media and I found some family photos. I found his mother. I think we're good. I think we're good. I'm just saying.
She doesn't enter into that realm.
I'm just saying.
She
Right?
doesn't enter into that hemisphere of MILFs.
Yes, what I mean.
Ah, okay,
I'm having
cool.
a look. I'm just thinking if I was PK,
Yes.
I think we're all right. I think Javi's all right. And I
I
mean
hear
that
Don't
with
they
all
say
respect.
that, like,
Respectfully.
they
respect-
usually cheat with a less attractive person.
Yeah, but like you got Shakira. So why the fuck?
Come on,
what
bro.
I heard.
Who would fumble that bag?
Well, yeah.
Exactly,
well, that's
man.
the
Them
thing.
hips don't lie, man.
Yeah, I mean Shakira. Let's be real. I mean she's probably one of the only women he could have found at that time and got more money than him. She's bigger than him. She's a superstar. She is 10 years older than him. Shakira's 45.
What?
She looks incredible.
She looks good, but she's 45.
You know
10
how they
years
met?
older than him.
She's 10
You know
years
how they
older than
met?
him.
No, how they met?
They met on the set of Waka Waka.
Yeah.
Oh,
During the 2010 World Cup.
really?
You know when they did that because the video clip had loads of players
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And he was one of the.
That's how they met.
Wow. What
And she was fire in that video clip too.
Yeah, mate.
So that's
That
fair.
was-
That's what
that
it was.
prime,
It's my
Shakira.
favorite.
And then she
World
would have
Cup
been looking
song.
at this guy, and apparently he told her, "I'm going to win the World Cup, so I'll see you at the." Because she was performing at the final,
Yeah.
and he said, "Well, if you're performing there, I'll see you there because I'll make the final."
Oh, smooth.
And then he makes the final.
Oh,
and wins it.
okay,
That's
okay.
very
That's pretty
smooth.
sick. That's
Fucking
pretty
game
sick.
over at
That's
that
pretty
point.
sick, man.
But unfortunately, all storylines come to an end because the fact is he's a footballer, and footballers are dickheads. At the end of the day, it's fine.
I'm not a footballer.
Not anymore.
It's fine, but you know they have a lot of money and they tend to just mess up. So apparently he was caught with a 20-year-old
Okay, story has completely changed from Harvey's mum.
Yeah, exactly right. Very different from Harvey's mum. A 20-year-old blonde. I believe she worked as, I forgot what she worked as, something to do with, maybe it was air hostess or something like that. Something like that. Something in
Just a
trouble.
random bird.
Anyway, random bird, Spanish bird. And apparently she's kicked him out of the house and he's living with, not with another player, but he's living in a bachelor pad and he's going out with another player from Barcelona and he's been like on the party since the end of the season.
Whoa.
Big time. Gerard Piqué. He's 35.
He's spiraling.
Going
But
through it.
he's just having a good time.
Going
PK's
through it.
spiraling.
He's feeling it. He's feeling
Yeah,
it.
he's feeling it.
You know
And,
Shakira's half Lebanese?
she is, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. You know
That's why
everything
she belly
about her.
dances.
You know a lot of stuff about
I know a lot
Shakira.
about Shakira.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, so there you go. So look, I think we'll squash the rumours. You can have a look for yourself. But either way, PK, onside or offside? It's got.
I think if you look up the
we're trying not to get
dictionary,
cancelled here, so I'm gonna go offside.
look up the definition of offside. I think
Yeah.
you'll find
Yeah.
cheating on Shakira.
Yeah,
He's
it,
there.
it is well. So we wish him all the best. You know, we know that it's a slippery slope. He's partying to try and get over it. It's a slippery slope. So
I wish
hopefully
Shakira the best.
He's okay. I wish Shakira the best, but I know Shakira will be just fine.
Yeah.
Shakira, I mean, look at Shakira. She'll be just
The
fine.
world's
She's-
behind her.
You know, I am behind her. You know, PK, let's hope he doesn't go down on the drink and try and,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and party his life away.
Could
Still
be
got-
bad. He's
yeah.
he's coming into retirement, so
Yeah, exactly right. So we'll
Well
see what
timed.
happens. Yeah, well timed for him. There's another saga going on closer to home. Now, this isn't a relationship saga, but it's an A-League saga.
Okay.
Oh,
Milos Ninkovic
yeah.
plays for your club, Cat, Sydney FC.
The announcement.
Yeah, there was a strange thing that happened the other night where Milos Ninkovic took to Instagram to put a video up of him just chatting to his camera. And he looked quite angry.
Okay.
And he was announcing that he's leaving Sydney FC and saying that he's not happy about it. Basically, he didn't really reveal why, but he said, you know, because of something, I've been forced to leave. He's basically pushing the club and thanking the fans for everything. And that was it. Now, fans.
How was he this
so-
season? I didn't really.
It was so
He's
odd,
always
though.
good. I mean,
Yeah.
he's always one of their better players.
I mean, I don't think he played as many minutes as he usually would.
No, and he's getting old. He's well
Yeah.
into his 30s. I think he's pushing now later 30s. But
The
he's-
team definitely still relies on him in terms of his experience.
and the club
everything.
loves him because he's a clubman, right? He's played there forever. Anyway, Sydney FC a few hours later post a photo of Milos Ninkovic just to backflip on what he posted. And they said, we're actually still in negotiations with Milos Ninkovic and things are okay. We're just talking about new contract terms. And then nothing has been said since then. So that's Sydney FC's last post. That's Milos's last post. It's just gone dead
So
quiet.
basically, he posted that, and they've basically probably gone, we need to get this guy in the office right now.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to sign another deal for him or something like that. And
Yeah.
then they've come out with that post a couple hours later.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's weird. Now, the
It's
rumours
really
are that
weird.
his agent is pushing for a move to, Western Sydney Wanderers.
Oh wow! We just signed a kid he was at Adelaide last year.
Yeah,
I can't
Yangi.
remember. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
big potential, but he was injured a lot. So we'll see how he does this year, man. And
Imagine
there was another guy
seeing-
we signed from like Europe, somewhere in Europe. I can't remember his name. Centre mid.
Wanderers are making moves.
Yeah, but the same thing every year. It's a couple.
Yeah,
so
it
it's like
is.
new signings. It's like new signings, new team. They
Yeah.
have to gel. I was like, bro, like you
Yeah.
need people that have been
Yeah.
there a couple years.
Yeah.
You know?
What about Sturridge, guys? What a signing that
He's
was.
gone. He's officially gone.
I have to.
We were so happy at the start of the season.
Yeah.
We were
I
gassed.
was like, oh, I can't wait to see him play.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone saw him play.
I actually don't think anyone. There was a video on Twitter of like it was like Daniel's Sturridge highlights. It was,
Oh,
yes, you see that?
this was
It
real
like
A-League memes or something
yeah,
like that.
It was like
Oh.
a picture of him, and it was just black screen, and then it was like, "Thank you for watching."
That was gold.
I was like, "Shit, he really didn't play." But I would just love to I'd love to just pick his brain a bit and just be like.
Why?
Like why? Like what? Like,
happened?
I like because
Yeah.
like he hasn't done any interviews. He
No.
hasn't done any media.
No.
The only thing he's put out is like stuff on his socials about needing a barber.
Yeah.
You
that's
know?
right.
It's
That was
like
the
he
only thing
kind
we
of-
heard. I forgot he was here.
Same.
He did something for the Champions League though.
Did he?
Yeah, over in
Yeah.
America TV, though.
Oh, that was America.
Yeah,
Okay,
America
cool.
TV. Nothing for us.
He it's like he came out here for a paid holiday to
Yeah.
Australia.
Well, I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
I hope you had
I
fun.
hope you had a
long-
great time,
It was very long
Daniel.
holiday.
Yeah.
I saw it, and then at this transfer rumors thing I was watching, it was just like Daniel Sturridge, end of contract, like no destination.
Yeah.
Very sad.
He's probably going back to. He's probably just going to go back to England and just maybe just relax for a bit.
That could be him done, eh?
Do you think he's at that point in his career though, where I mean, he's not really going to get signed with a big team, so unless it's worth it,
he's made enough money, you know.
Clearly, his body's struggling.
Yeah, his body's
it could be that as well.
Body
I
is
guess.
definitely struggling. You know, he could probably. Like I was saying, could he just go and play for a lower league team in England? But I feel like he wouldn't want to do that after what he's done. So
if anything, he could get one more. He could get one more. You know, whether it's India or whether it's, you know, one of those Qatari teams or something. I reckon he could get one more.
I guess you got to, as someone like him, I feel like he would make a decision based off of like where he wants to move as well.
Yeah.
It's not like a desperation thing. Like you said, he's made enough money.
Yeah.
He's at that point in his career.
Yeah.
It's a shame he didn't make the A-League All-Stars though.
Why the fuck
Nah, he could not have been.
That would have been terrible.
That would have been the biggest slap in the
it would have been
face.
sad because he hasn't played.
Yeah.
More so that at the time, he's probably one of the biggest names we have in Australia.
Yeah.
And there was no mention of him whatsoever.
Yeah.
No.
Which I just think was more so a
Because
reflection of his season.
he probably wouldn't have had to do a lot to make that team.
But that's kind of what I mean.
Exactly.
If he'd played five games.
If he played 5 games and like
definitely
scored
would've-
2 goals, he would have been on the bench.
He would have been easily.
You know what I mean? Yeah, crazy.
Anyway, we wish him all the best wherever he goes next. Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's have some onside and offside.
Let's do it.
Messi and Ronaldo, both in the news. I love when they're both in the news because you forget about them. We start to say they're done. It's over.
Never.
Messi then pops up and he scored 5 goals earlier today against Estonia. I saw a post from Optus Sport. It was Lionel Messi 5, Estonia 0 was the way they actually did the game post. Because no one else scored. It was 5 goals from Messi.
Oh,
That's quite funny.
And just a few days ago, he won this Finalissima against
Oh,
Italy.
yes.
Right
I saw
now,
a video of that.
this is
Did you see that video
which one?
of him winning the cup? So there's a video.
And everyone's taking photos.
He's like with the cup, and there's literally like players.
Yeah.
Like on his team and like reserve players and like all coming up to take a picture with him while he's got the cup.
And staff. Just constantly photos.
So he's
photos.
he's just like this. And then there's like all the staff members, all the players coming to take a picture with him. It's like
everyone takes a photo with him. It's crazy. But he's just won this. Now, this was a tournament that's only been contested 3 times ever. As in, it's a 1 game thing. And it hasn't happened for about 30 years. They now play it. They brought it back. Now, with that, all the post was Messi now has 2 major international trophies. Ronaldo has 2. They're dead even.
Gosh, the goat starts. The conversation
it
starts
comes
again.
back.
Because
Onside
that was
or
always the
offside?
argument.
Yeah, exactly. Onside or offside? Is this an international tournament?
We can't compare it to the 2 trophies that
Well, Ronaldo's won. I mean, he won a Euro.
you won a Euro.
And Messi won a Copa America. You can kind of compare those 2, right?
I guess so.
Those 2 are probably
Then
similar.
Ronaldo
yes.
won a Nations League.
Okay,
Which
That's
is also
newish.
Newish, but you
But
have
people care about it. Well, do we just care about it because we're from this side of Europe, or do people care more about?
Well, you have to play a certain amount of games to win the Nations League.
Right.
You actually have to kind of navigate a group stage and a semi and a final.
Yeah.
Whereas this is just a one. It's like saying it's like calling a Community Shield
Okay.
major trophy.
Debatable.
You know what I mean,
It's
Kat?
all very debatable.
Are they on 2 each? Do you see it that way?
Do you know what? The argument for me is like so redundant.
Okay, you don't care about it anymore.
No, it's not that I don't care. It's that I don't actually think that there's like an answer.
Right.
It's people are always
It
going
is
to
like the
prefer
meaning of
one.
life.
It's like the meaning of life.
Okay.
People are always going to prefer one.
Okay.
Because of your own experience, because of your background, like your own playing experience,
Right.
you might relate with one career more than another,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
one club thing or the chopping and changing and doing
Yeah.
all that and owning each kind of league.
Right.
Ronaldo for me is GOAT.
Yeah, there you go. So you've just said
Even
that there is no answer.
after all of that, you've gone Ronaldo. Go. Get out of here, Kat.
I was
Fucking
trying to
hell,
be
Get
really
off it.
pragmatic and then I was like, fuck it. I actually do have a preference and it's
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
Messi, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But
It's
Ronaldo
always- it's
having
always
dominated
Messi.
in like
It's always
every
Messi,
league.
though. Has
It
to
is
be
Messi.
Has to be
I
Messi.
agree with you there. It is Messi.
Has
But
to be If you know ball, it's Messi.
it's true.
Oh, okay.
If you know the game,
If you know the game,
It's Leo
and we
Messi.
always say this.
That's very black and white of you. Omar.
Yeah, that's what I think. I just feel like Messi just does stuff with the ball that you just shouldn't be able to do. And for that reason,
Okay, yeah. The way that he is
we've
with
been
the ball,
here. We've been here
100%.
before.
We have.
We've been here before.
we're gonna
And again, we will probably
revisit-
be here again.
And I'll probably change my mind in 3 months.
But either way, Argentina now 33 games unbeaten in football. It is the longest streak in world football that's active at the moment. Italy
Wow.
set the record just after the Euros. They went 37 games. So Argentina are 4 games away from the all-time record. People are sleeping on these guys for the World Cup. They're flying.
They are because I just never I look at Argentina whenever I see them at a major competition like a World Cup or whatever, and I look at them and I say, yes, they have Lionel Messi, but it's like they just always just lack a little bit. You know, there's just always it's always like we're waiting for Messi. Oh, Messi didn't do anything. We lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I always feel like with Argentina. But like you said, no one really. Maybe we are sleeping on them.
Yeah. Well, they're starting to play like a team. That's the thing with them. They've finally got a solid.
I need to look at this game where Messi scored 5 goals. I want to know who's assisting those. Like how those are coming.
Aguero's done, man.
To fruition.
I swear I saw I'm thinking of the photo that I saw, and it looked like Aguero was there. Maybe he was part of the staff.
Aguero's
He's retired,
like
isn't he?
Man.
That's offside. You know what? That's offside. But I'm thinking of the pictures that I saw when people were taking pictures of Messi.
Yeah.
I could have sworn Aguero was sitting next to him.
Maybe
what you're
Aguero
trying to
got
say
a
is
photo with
Argentinians
him.
all look the same. Is what you're trying to say.
They're
all short.
Aguero might have been there as a coaching staff, is what I'm saying. Anyway. That's offside.
So
anyway, everyone that watches Argentina play knows Di Maria is the real MVP. He's a freak.
Yeah.
Another one I want to ask you. Onside or offside, Ralph Rangnick is the worst Man United manager in the Premier League era. Because
he just started.
In the whole
he's
era.
gone. He's left. He's officially left.
Wait, didn't they just hire him to...
Yeah, so the whole plan was they're going to hire Ralph Rangnick, sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah.
They've hired Ralph Rangnick. He's going to do the rest of the season.
Yes, and then he was going to
as a manager, which is not his actual job.
Right.
His real job is to be a football director. So everyone's like, you just wait until he gets into that role, right?
Yeah.
So everyone was looking forward to Ralph Rangnick as a football director, and then he just left. So he's not actually going to be the football director of Man United. Instead, he's now the manager of Austria.
Oh, we were talking about him maybe taking that Austrian job, weren't we?
And
A while back.
and he's taken that gig, and he's actually won in his first game away at Croatia. He's beaten them 3-0. It's completely embarrassed them.
Whoa, Croatia.
Wow, that's a big deal.
Solid team.
Yeah, so he's had a great start to life with Austria. He's just completely left United in the.
You know what? I actually and we got to go back to the chosen one, Jose Mourinho. I just think he was spot on of what he said about United years ago. Like now you go back and watch it, and he said something like, "My greatest achievement was." More than winning Champions Leagues, more than winning how many cups, was to finish second with that United team.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
And you think about it now and you're like, he finished second.
Yeah, and he
With
won
all the stuff,
League.
the board, all the stuff, all the people that he has to deal with on the outside of United, the players, all of that. And I'm thinking, now you look at the United team, you're like, they would take second nowadays. They would take that with
they
a
would
heartbeat.
celebrate that.
You know what I mean?
Liverpool celebrated.
He was ahead of his time, man. He was ahead of his time. And like I said, I think there's a curse around United now, and people are just running from that.
Well, it's a
People
banter
are running.
era. Yeah, it's a banter era, and this just adds to it because the whole thing about this was when he gets into that football director role and he's just walked.
And
And how he's just like, actually, no.
Nah, I'm done, man.
I'm
I'm just,
like-
fuck. Anyway,
I think it's a tough call, though, right? Because
Yeah.
as you're saying, he inherited a team that was pretty much in shambles and didn't improve a whole lot.
at all.
Yeah, at all.
Yeah.
And in fact, over this period, I think like they're going to change a lot again.
Yeah.
So it'll be
Yeah.
hard to
Are
know
we
because
talking
whoever
transfers?
inherits them,
We
or
will
Ten
be,
Hag,
yeah. Ten Hag's going to be big.
it'll be a different job too, though,
Yeah.
because he's got a different team. Like he's changing it a lot.
Well, at least he's got preseason to work with. Ralph didn't
Yeah.
have that. It's going to feel like a weird
Yeah.
blink in the history of Man United, that Ralph
Totally.
Rangnick era. But we wish him all the best with Austria. They didn't get to the World Cup, but he's already building for Euro 24. So all the best there. He started very well. Kurt Zuma. I want to talk about Kurt Zuma.
Oh, my boy, I like Kurt.
Yeah, Kurt.
Did I
like him a
did
lot.
I tell you guys a funny story about Zuma and when I was at the West Ham game in London?
Yeah, they were chanting something.
And every time Zuma got the ball, I thought people were booing him. There was this boo, and I had some West Ham fans next to me, and I said, "Look, are they booing him? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?" They're like, "No, they're saying Zoo, like Zuma."
Oh.
But the fans of the other teams, the Arsenal fans, do the boo over it. So then there's just, you're caught between Zoo and boo, and you don't know what to say. And
So every time he's on the ball, it's either zoo or boo.
yeah, like the West Ham guys are saying Zoo. They said they've been doing that forever. I'd love if anyone goes for West Ham or has seen them play live
That's such a
multiple
weird thing to
times.
pick
I'd
to.
love to know if that's true or not, or if
Yeah.
the guys were having me on.
He was probably just having you on. I was saying boo words. Yeah, The Simpsons.
Yeah, they might have been having you on, Cat.
I think they might have
Anyway.
been taking the piss. But look, Kurt Zuma, we know he may like you, but he doesn't like cats in general. We remember what he did. He's finally been sentenced. So there was actually a guy in a big cat outfit that was outside the court when
my
Kurt Zuma
days.
went in there.
Because
As you know,
people have time, eh?
football fans have got a lot of time. They don't have much to do. He was sentenced to 180 hours of community service.
180 hours, that's a lot.
It's a long time.
Yeah,
How
but
long is that going to take you to complete?
that's fair for what he did.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you. Onside or offside? 180 hours of community service. He admitted to punching and kicking a cat. He can never have a cat again. so he can't actually legally buy a
Own a
cat.
cat.
He's on the cat buying blacklist.
Yes. And he had to cover the £9,000 of court,
Okay. I'm
Costs.
sure he'll be all right.
which I'm sure he'll be
Yeah.
okay with.
Yeah. He's
Onside
probably
or offside? Is that fair?
It's onside.
Yeah?
I'm so
You wouldn't
against
have wanted
animal
more
cruelty.
against him? To be fair, I'll put into context, he's already been fined £250,000 by West Ham.
And then how much didn't
Man's cop debt.
did the Premier League fine him?
The Premier League didn't get involved. They let West Ham deal with it. So that's
Mm.
£250,000. It's about almost $500,000.
Wowza.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, but they do earn a lot.
Yeah.
And he lost one of his big sponsors in France as well.
I think it's enough.
He's learned his lesson.
Yeah. I
Didn't
think
someone
he's
else
learned
drop
his
him as
lesson.
well? I think like Adidas or Nike or someone
Yeah,
dropped him as well.
Yeah.
Was
Or
Yeah.
was it? Was
oh,
it
you
one of
mean
them?
another
There
sponsor?
was another one.
Wow.
Some company
Okay.
he was doing ads for in
Yeah.
France dropped him. But
I think he's learnt his lesson.
Okay.
And I think it's a good example also. If anyone else was planning on kicking a
else.
cat,
Yeah.
it's probably
But
not a good
I
idea.
think, yeah, also that. But I think also the underlying message here is know who is in your circle or not.
yeah. Are you saying the people that filmed it?
The people that
Alright,
filmed
fault.
it, no,
Yeah.
but the person that posted it
Yeah.
on their story, obviously
True.
someone screen recorded it.
Yeah.
So he trusted someone
Yeah.
that couldn't be trusted. You
Yeah.
gotta know who's in your circle, man.
Yeah, it's true. Still shouldn't kick a cat to begin with. Still shouldn't kick a cat.
But if you're gonna kick a cat,
Don't fucking
make sure you
film
know
it.
who's filming.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Let's talk about our Socceroos. Socceroos are in action. Big game coming up Wednesday
Massive.
morning against the UAE. 4 a.m. Tough time, but do yourself a favour, get up for it because it's a big game for our country. And this is the do or die. Now, a lot of people are talking already about that Peru game. Kat,
Yeah.
UAE is still in front of us. Couple
I'm
big players.
Scared. I'm quite scared.
A couple big players, Olan. Have you heard of Omar Abdul Rahman?
No. Should I?
You should have, right?
Okay,
This
who's he
is the
play for?
Emirati Messi, right?
Okay.
This is-
Who's he play for? Tell me about him. Club football?
Well, he plays in the UAE.
Oh,
Right, he's
okay.
played all his career there, but he's got big curly hair. Aussies know him. Number 10 plays for UAE. He's now 30 years of age. Terrible knee problems throughout his career, but we're talking a guy that Man City hunted him at one point. He went there, trialled there for a few weeks.
A few weeks. Like me, I'm Marconi, yeah.
He's been apparently he was hunted by Benfica, Nice, teams like that. He went to Saudi Arabia, played to their top team there until he did his knee within 5 games. So he's had a bit of bad luck, but every time he plays for UAE, he's the main man. He said this is his last chance to really do what he should have become for his country because he's a superstar there. He was on the cover of Pro Evo in the UAE.
Oh, really? It's a big deal.
Right, that's a big
That's
deal.
a big deal.
He's a Nike athlete. He's a bit like you, Cat, Nike athlete.
Yeah, Cat's a Nike athlete, guys. If you don't know,
Yeah.
she has her own branded shoes. They say kicking off
One
with
of a
Cat.
kind.
She's
You're
wearing
listening.
them right now.
She's wearing them right
I
now.
had to
They're
show
dope.
them off.
And a Nike t-shirt.
And a Nike
She's
t-shirt.
fucking Nike through and through.
You know,
Yeah.
I like it.
Anyway.
Anyway, should we go back to something?
Let's go back to Abdul Rahman, right? A big game for him. Also, Ali Mabkut.
Yeah.
This-
Isn't he like the top scorer?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's bagged 80 goals at international level. Only Ronaldo and Messi, out of current players, have more in the world.
What?
If that doesn't scare you, I don't know
That's
what
a
will.
big stat.
That's a stat.
Wow.
But didn't he have time with City too? Who did he play with? Or has he stayed in the UAE?
I don't think he's played for City.
Okay.
But maybe,
no,
maybe,
as in
fuck,
trialed
maybe-
or did something.
Probably.
Anyway.
Probably.
Never
I mean, we
mind.
know City have connections in the
Yeah,
UAE,
yeah,
right?
of
So a
course.
lot of these players probably have the opportunity to
Like
go and
ownership.
Try, yeah.
You like owning the club. But he actually, the only time we've ever lost to the UAE was the last time we played them. It was in the Asian Cup in 2019. He scored the goal, 1-0. We lost them. So I'm a little nervous about this game.
Wow.
Just a little
Excuse
bit.
me.
It's a big game for us. Kat, I wanted to ask you this
Yeah, I'm
because as an
nervous.
Aussie that, born here, grew up here,
Yeah.
if the Socceroos, if we need to make this World Cup,
Yeah.
but does it make a difference to you if we lose to UAE or if we lost in the next one to Peru?
No.
No? It's not like
It's
a little
almost
bit
like
more
ripping the
respectable.
Band-Aid.
Okay. You'd rather just get it over and done with.
No, surely you'd rather get
Of
close
course,
to.
I'd rather get further.
Yeah.
Yes. But I think the reality, at least for me right now, is even if we make this game and
Okay.
it's up against Peru next,
Yeah.
I don't feel particularly confident about that either.
Right.
So it's like you feel like the loss is kind of imminent, right?
Yeah, okay.
Unfortunately.
Wow.
I know.
Way to believe.
Damn.
Way to believe.
I know. I don't
I
like,
believe.
but I don't like that I feel like that. I just think even Arnie said before this last game that they played against Jordan.
Yeah.
He said, moments before I didn't even know like who my starting 11 were going to be.
Oh,
And I don't know if he was trying to make people think that like I have so much confidence in the depth of my squad.
Yeah.
But it gave me
'Cause
the
that's
opposite.
That's not what we were
It told
thinking.
me that they're never in camp long enough for him
Okay.
to actually know who his best 11 are.
Right.
There's no confidence there. I don't
Well,
even
Claude,
think.
you were around them, weren't you?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
how-
I
what
was
the
going to ask
atmosphere?
Claude.
Yeah, what was
Because
that?
I think you're the guy.
What was the atmosphere like? What was the because you know when you're in a team environment and you can kind of sense, oh, these guys like get along, like these
Yeah.
guys are everyone's like bantering, talking, there's jokes going. Like, what was the
I think
what was the mood like?
Yeah,
in
I
camp?
was in there. I was in there before the European players had arrived, so it was a lot of them were A-League and Asian local players, and yeah, they all get along really well.
Yeah.
It seemed all good, but I mean, I just think I'd like to see what the dynamics like when those European players arrive. Those ones that have been there for years. When your Matty Ryans, when your Hrustiches arrive, when Tommy Rogic isn't traveling,
he's
who
not
isn't
playing.
there. But when these guys arrive, whether there is a bit of a power imbalance, a lot of the young lads I feel like are still coming into their own in their
Yeah.
footballing careers. But we need to look to those experienced ones to win us the game.
100%.
And Tom Rogic pulled out of this squad due to personal
yeah,
reasons.
he didn't say
I
why.
saw that.
He didn't
No
say
one has said a week on now. No one knows what those reasons are.
Yeah.
I think it.
Jump the boat before the ship sinks.
Jeez, we're all positive here, aren't we?
You're a dickhead. You're a dickhead.
Ship's going down. I need to save myself.
Well, the thing is, right, I wish him all the best because, look, I like to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I think if you're going to pull out of the game this important, like this is massive for our
Yes,
country.
that's
Yeah.
huge.
It must be something
Yeah.
huge going on in your
no,
life.
honestly, it has
So
to
I
be.
wish him
You
all the
can't
best, right?
Possibly do it.
So I'm going to preface by saying that.
Yeah.
Okay.
However, I was searching for a reason. I was trying to find a reason.
You've been doing some real internet sleuthing
yeah,
these
yeah. I've
days.
been doing some real stalking on a place I don't like to go, which is Twitter. Right.
Oh no!
Olan hates Twitter.
Don't go on there,
And
mate.
the only rumor I found, which I think is ridiculous, and I want to say that I don't believe this, okay? So don't come for me. But
Allegedly.
The only rumor I found is that there could be a club that he's signing for in the UAE, which don't want him to play against the
Oh,
UAE.
wow.
Now, I think that's bullshit.
That does sound perfect. That sounds like a great excuse.
Well, I think it's bullshit, but I was thinking about it. Olan, you've got to World Cup qualify against the UAE. You're at that point, you're in the twilight of your career, you've left, you've maybe were earning a decent salary in Scotland, but nothing like this. And a club comes to you and goes, give you $5 million a year, for let's say 3 years, $15 million, you can't play against the UAE though.
You know what?
World Cup qualifier.
You know what? I'm thinking, you know what it is? It's like money versus your name in history.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you could be the guy that sends Australia to the World Cup and everyone's going to remember you.
Yeah.
Next Harry Kill, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? But then it's like, is my team even good enough for us to get there? Do I take this money? So I reckon I'd definitely think about it, but I think I'd go play for Australia and try and mark my place in history because that will be remembered.
Imagine
He's
waking
a
up
man
the
of
next
honour.
day after you've lost.
And
He's a man of
What
honour,
did
but
I
that would
do?
spur you on to
What
play
did I
better.
do?
Look, I want to reiterate, I don't believe
Nah.
that's the reason,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
did see that on Twitter,
No, fair
making
enough.
the
enough.
rounds.
It's interesting to see what people are suggesting.
Yes,
Anyway.
yeah, because people always love making.
But you know
that
what
shit
I
up.
think Australia needs to do?
What?
They need to take a page out of out of the Canada ball,
Right?
Canada soccer,
Yeah.
What do they do?
Soccer. Yeah.
soccer. They were now my facts. You know, they're not like Claude's, but I'm gonna try
Right.
and
Go on.
reiterate this.
Mm.
Back in like the early 2000s,
Yeah.
they were like 120th or
Stinking.
something.
Yeah.
They're like in the top 40 now.
They made a great charge. Yeah,
They
they finished first
literally-
in North America.
Just changed everything.
Mm.
They wiped the squad, got young talent in, just accepted that until they trained that young talent up, they were going to struggle for a bit. But it's done nothing but prove that fostering that young talent was the way to go.
Yeah, look at the exports that they got now. Players playing in the
Unreal.
Alfonso
Bundesliga.
Davies.
But
Everywhere.
it's more so the turnaround in like 15 years.
Yeah, and what's crazy about them, they didn't go looking for like a big name manager either. I mean,
No.
their manager was successful with
English.
the women's team.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in English, didn't even play anywhere
Yeah.
as an Englishman. Like, he didn't play in any top team. He actually played for one semi-pro team, and it was in New Zealand. He's a real man of the world. They had him with the women's team, did really well with the women's team, took him to the Olympics every year, was doing really well. So they gave him the men's
Yeah.
team, and he's taken them to the World Cup. It's an incredible story
I
in
just think
Canada.
it's-
That's
Them-
a sick
if Australia
story.
don't make it, they're my team
Yeah.
in Qatar.
Canada.
I'll be going for them.
The way they've turned around, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think like
I need to
feel
find a
that there's
second team
there's
as
an
well.
element of similarity in our stories at the moment.
Yeah.
And I think we could actually learn something from them.
Definitely. Let's investigate. We got to. That's your homework, Kat. I want you to
Alright.
investigate why. What did the Canadian Football Association do all those years ago to get better? It's a big game for Australia. We wish them all the best. You talk about who's going to start this game. The biggest thing I'm talking about, everyone was putting up, we lost our best player, Tom Rogic. I don't even know if he starts in our best team at the moment because I think Aiden Hrustic is the man.
Hrustic is creative enough.
Exactly right.
Should
to play.
have got Qual in there.
Well, Kual in the meantime is playing for the
Yeah,
under-23s. I like that you brought that up because the under-23s Asian Cup going on at the moment. What a scorpion kick.
Do you see it, Kat?
Yeah, I saw it, and then I also saw him after. He's like, "Don't ask me about that. That's normal for me."
Yeah, I know I'm telling you, he's got such a personality.
I like his personality.
Me and him he messaged me. I put him up on my story, and he messaged me after the game.
As in this scorpion kick here?
Yeah, I put it on my story. And he said, just put the ball in the box and I'll do the rest. bread and butter. And I said, Prem/champ calling in no time. He said, get me on them roads, bruv. So like he's a real
he's great.
He's got personality. He's got banter. Like I'm telling you, if he was in Sydney and he would jump on the pod, like he would be our funniest guest. Like he's one of those like he's proper humble, but he's like got personality about him.
That's what we need.
And I think
like
I really think like if he got into Europe or if he got into a Prem or a Premier League or Championship team, he'd be one of those characters that kind of like a Grealish where people like the personality so much that they like the player too. He'd give funny interviews. I know he'd be like that too. So I reckon he's going to be one of the biggest strikers for Australia, the next generation.
Fantastic.
I love it.
I mean, his brother's not too bad either, is he?
No.
So it's just a great family, and we need to protect them. We need to hope that they make the right moves. But yeah, we're following that one closely. We had a tough VAR decision against us in that game early on and still managed to hold on for a draw. So
and isn't that like the first time Australia's come back from being down?
With 10 men, possibly.
Yeah.
That's another stat you've pulled out today, Kat. I'm not sure. Cat's looking at me like I know every stat.
No.
I'm like,
I always look at Claudes because he's an encyclopedia of knowledge on football. Not
she
10
looks to
men
Claude
down,
for confirmation.
but to be down a goal and come back.
First time?
Yeah. Well, Arnie was saying it was the first time in a long time. Okay,
Probably
cool.
first time in a long time, but I'm not sure. Can I have to check that?
We'll check that one.
Fact check that one after. But it's great.
Fact
We've
check.
got a great few weeks coming up. We get to support our national team and the under-23s, the next gen. Let's hope it ends up great for both of them.
Let's hope.
Last thing I want to talk about in this little condensed episode of Born Offside, what do I want to talk about? It's transfer season.
Yes.
It's transfer season. It's
Let's
a happy
go.
time. It's a happy time. It's the wheeling and dealing. It's the time the Harry Redknapps of
Happy
the
for
world.
some, sad
Harry
for others.
Redknapp to the
Step up.
world.
Happy for some people, not so happy for you because we'll talk about it now. It's still I've got it down as a rumor because it hasn't been done yet. But Sadio Mane to Bayern Munich. How are you feeling?
It's not hugely surprising. I
Yeah.
feel like he has kind of come to that point in his career where he's probably looking for a change.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a shame that we didn't end with like more trophies.
What do you
for
mean?
him.
Carabao Cup, huge.
Well, yeah, I was talking to my friend on
Chelsea knows all about that.
PlayStation. I was talking to him yesterday on PlayStation. And he's a hardcore Liverpool fan, and I was like, "How do you feel about Sadio Mane?" And he was like, "Well, he's been at the club 6 years. That's a long time. He was Klopp's first signing,
Yeah.
and he's won everything there is to win with Liverpool. You can kind of be like, yeah, I understand why he wants a new challenge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that point in his career. But I always like." Whenever I think of Mane, I think of Liverpool. That's. I hate it when people move because my brain has to do that transition of like, oh, you're not playing for Liverpool anymore. You know, my brain has to like.
Well, he's going to still be in red by the sounds of it.
True,
so that helps. That helps the brain.
Technically,
it still works.
Just don't want to like play against him, you know.
Champions League.
Always going to be scared of him. Did you see Pulisic? They've been looking at him.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Who, Liverpool?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just a rumor.
Surely not. I think now with the new American owners, apparently he's already met with the owners. He was the first Chelsea player to meet with the new American owners.
Oh.
Because he's going to be a huge part of the strategy there. They've just bought the club. Apparently preseason tours will be over in California.
wow.
They're going to go over there. And Pulisic is,
of
LeBron
course,
James of the Premier League.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
No,
about
he's the
him.
LeBron James of soccer. that's
right.
what the American people say.
So I don't think he's going anywhere.
But there was also a clip of Tammy Abraham talking to Trent. They finished training. He goes over. They finished training. He goes over to Trent. They just won. He goes, "I'll see you next season," and he jogs off.
Tammy Abraham.
Tammy Abraham goes, "I'll see you. I'll see you in preseason." And jogs
I like
off
that.
like a jokey sort
So
of
there you
thing.
go. You've heard it here
Roma.
first. Trent to Roma. Is that what you said?
No.
Well,
Look at that, we had
exactly. We
Jose.
didn't think about that one.
Tell me you
You
didn't
could
mean
going
it
to play
like
for Jose. You don't know. I am Jose Mourinho.
I am Jose Mourinho.
You know.
Yeah, far out. I hope Tammy stays one more season at Roma because
I
he's
love
doing
him.
such a
He's
good
doing
job.
such a good job there.
He is. Let's talk some of these transfers that have actually happened. Rudiger to Madrid. It's done. How you feeling, Orlan?
This one hurt me, man.
Yeah.
It hurt me the fact that we let him go for free, correct?
Yeah.
On a free transfer. Obviously, there's a lot of financial stuff going on, but it just hurt me because he was really coming into his prime. Like the last 2 seasons, he'd been building up, and I think this was the first season that we saw Rudiger just like everyone was like, this guy is one of the best defenders in the Premier League.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like I didn't want him to. I think all Chelsea fans probably agree that we didn't want to see him. We didn't want to see him go. There's a few people we're looking at replacing him with, but it's gonna be tough.
Where does that put Real Madrid now, Kat? Because champions of
Yeah,
the
no, I
league by
know.
13 points. They've won the Champions League and they add Tony Rudiger to the back line.
Oh, mate.
Could they go back to back here?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Madrid are always a threat.
Yeah.
They scare me.
They are scary. They are frightening. But it's a good move for Tony. I mean, he wanted a new challenge as well.
Yeah.
Won a lot. Close to everything there is to win with Chelsea, pretty much. So he's won a lot, and it's time for him to move. He's also been there a long time too.
Yeah, he has,
in
to
and
be
out of
fair.
that squad. What about this one? This is a typical Antonio Conte signing. Ivan Perisic to Spurs.
But he's moving into the later stage of his career, isn't
Yeah,
he? He's
yeah.
a little bit older now, isn't he? I mean, always been a baller, always been around.
He's a great player.
Always been doing
I
stuff.
still think a
but
little bit underrated.
Yeah, but I think this is where he gets rated.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I
definitely.
mean?
Let's
I mainly remember him for Croatia, correct? Is he
Yeah,
both- I
big
mainly
for
remember his-
Croatia.
Yeah, I remember his performances for Croatia
But
mainly.
he always pops up for Inter as well. Be interesting to see if he uses
Yeah.
him as a winger in that front three with Son and Kane, or
Yeah.
whether he uses him. He can play almost a little bit more like a wing back nowadays, which we know
and
Antonio
I
Conte
don't know
likes
if
to do.
they really need. I mean, it's hard with like Kulusevski and
Yeah.
all these guys as well. That they've got some really good talent at
They
the
do.
moment.
They do. They are stacked.
Yeah.
Look at Spurs. Can they make a push for the title, the Premier League title? Possibly. They're playing Champions League football. He's building that team. Conte does what he does
I know.
best.
He did it, didn't he?
He did. He did it.
There was a moment there where we doubted, but he came back.
Never doubt Antonio Conte. He's
Never
a
doubt
fucking
him.
proven winner. He loves
Yeah.
it. Let's talk some rumors now. Quick ones. I want you to tell me. I've just made this up. Smash is a smash transfer. Is it trash?
Jesus,
Okay.
Christ, is that how it started off?
Not smash or dash.
I thought it was
That's
smash
for
or
later.
pass.
When that's for when we finish. All right,
That's a different conversation.
that's
anyway,
a different conversation. Pogba to Juve. What would that be for Juve? Is that big? Is that smash?
I
Is that a
think
perfect signing?
I don't know about perfect signing.
I mean, he's already been there.
I think it's a smash. I think it's a good
Yeah, I'd
fit.
give it a
I think
smash.
it gives him time to rejuvenate his career.
I just realized what that sounds like.
Yeah.
You're gonna give it a smash?
I'll
give it a
smash
smash.
it.
Okay, you smash it. All right.
I reckon. Yeah, I reckon it'll give him time to rejuvenate his career. Like I'm a Pogba fan. Like I've been a
Yeah.
Pogba fan for the last 10 or so years. Him coming up, him even his goal that he scored at Juve, him and Pirlo. That's the
Yeah.
kind of Pogba that I remember. But I just want to see him do well. I just want to see him be himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
Yeah.
and flourish on a big stage. But I reckon all United fans have got probably like a bitter taste in their
Yeah.
mouth about.
I just want to see
Pogba.
Pogba in a team where he gets minutes.
Yeah, twice on a free. This will be 2 times he leaves United on a
That's
free transfer,
wild.
potentially to Juventus. And
They
I
bought him for how many? How much did they buy him
think it was
for?
90. They sold him back, and now
No,
they'll take
no,
him again
no.
on a free. Crazy. He may be going there. Another player that may be going there,
Mm.
Di Maria.
Wow,
He's leaving
Juve.
PSG. He's announced he's
PSG.
leaving PSG. Hasn't said where he's going though. Juve are the prime targets. They're so good at picking players up on free
Yeah.
transfers. Is what they do.
Yeah.
Di Maria.
I mean, I really rate Di Maria as a player.
Yeah, he's still got it.
I
hasn't
think
Yeah,
I
I'm
even
into
think
it.
Di Maria's time at United was very severely underrated.
Yeah.
I reckon he actually had a huge impact. He's finished very well for them, but I think United fans didn't really appreciate him that
Yeah,
much. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But he's a good player, man. Always up there.
He's
I
a-
think that's a good sign and smash.
He is a baller. Definitely a smash, that one. Now, this is a controversial one that's coming out of Italy, and it's Paulo Dybala to Inter.
Oh no!
Can't be doing that, can ya?
No, I thought he was leaving. I was hoping he was going to leave Serie A as a whole.
I
I
know.
think a lot of people would love to see him in the Prem.
Yeah.
Or even Spanish. Like I just want to see him.
Yeah.
I love to see like players just do something different. You know, out of their comfort zone. You know, I'd love to see him in the Prem.
Yeah, well, if he goes to Inter, I tell you what, that'll be like they hate each other. Juventus
Yeah,
hate
I'm not-
Inter.
I'm not into that one.
No.
Did you see his goodbye speech and stuff for Juve?
It was emotional, wasn't
He
it?
was emotional, he
Yeah.
was crying. You
Yeah.
could tell he's got Juve in his heart. So
Yeah.
I
Wow.
don't know if he'd go to a rival though.
That must
Yeah.
be such a weird experience as a footballer.
Yeah.
He was proper crying. Like he could tell he was like he really, really cared about the club.
We'll watch this space. We'll watch it very closely. What about Lukaku to Inter? Now, the rumour is that Chelsea are willing to accept something in the range of 50 million to sell him back to Inter 1 year after buying him for 90. How would you feel? I know you're a big Lukaku fan, Olan. How would you feel if we sold him back to Inter for half?
Man, I still think we should give him another year.
Yeah? He needs another year at Chelsea?
I think he needs one more year. Give him one more year. We had a lot of stuff this year. We had ups and downs. We had the whole him clashing with Tuchel. We had all of that sort of stuff. So give him one more year. I don't want.
But can he work for another year under a manager that clearly he doesn't connect with? Is that a waste of a year of his career?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
And a waste of wage for Chelsea.
Yeah,
Just
he's on a
wages.
huge wage. Yeah.
And he's 29. It's
Yeah.
not like he has.
Boy,
years and years and
Lukaku's
years ahead of
29?
him. Yeah, he's 29.
What?
Well, you thought he was older, younger?
No, I thought he was younger.
No,
He's been around a long time.
He has been around. He has
long
been
time.
around a long time.
Yeah, but there are those players.
It's been
that have
11, I think it's been
around
11 years since he first signed for Chelsea.
That's wild.
I think.
Yeah.
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 He was 18.
Because this was supposed to be like him coming back and
Yeah.
like the coming back of Lukaku.
Just
You
didn't
know,
happen,
like
did it?
No.
it's just like I said, like for me, it's just very underwhelming because I really, truly believe like, okay,
You
this
really
is,
like him, eh?
this
You
was
love
the
him. He
this
loves
was
him. Alan loves him.
really
like I've followed his whole career really, and I thought this was his time to come back and shine and show us like, yeah, I wasn't good enough back then, but now I'm good enough. But again, I think it was a mixture of the
That
system.
fucking interview. It was that interview.
Yeah,
wasn't
it was
It was bad.
It was that interview where he
was
said
bad.
he preferred it at Inter. That was just ridiculous. He
You
just
just
ruined.
can't. It's like the unsaid rule. You just can't do
No,
that.
Chelsea fans were giving him the time of day until that interview. That just ruined it. So I don't know if he goes back, good riddance. But anyway, let's see. Watch this space. Will Inter fork out to bring him back? Last one I want to ask you guys about is a player that I'm loving at the moment, and there's rumours linking him with all our clubs: Chelsea, Liverpool,
wow.
also with PSG. Christopher Nkunku,
Oh.
phenomenal footballer, Bundesliga Player of the Year.
Yeah, is it Red Bull?
RB, yeah,
RB, yeah,
Sounds-
yeah.
Leipzig.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
you were struggling there, for
I was struggling.
and
Nigerian.
actually, the other day we got a bit of a delivery here from Bein Sports, right? We got a delivery on some because for those of you who don't know, the show's just finished, but I do a show on Bein
You can
Sports
still
every
catch
week.
up.
You can catch up. You can probably watch all 43 episodes back if you've got all the time.
43.
Right? If you've got 43 hours,
if you
you'd like
actually
to kill.
do that, let us know.
Yeah, just go marathon the early kickoff on KO Sports. But anyway, so Bein like to send us packages with like jerseys and stuff. That's why I always got new jerseys on because
Yeah.
they send us the jerseys of the clubs and something. We often do giveaways.
What do you have on now? Let people know.
This is an Indonesian jersey. This isn't from Bein Sports. This is from one of our guests, Aaron Evans. But I want to talk about this because I got the RB jersey. We're handing them all out because we had heaps of jerseys, handing them out to whoever was working that day. You guys missed out. We're handing them all out to whoever wanted a jersey. And one of the guys, big F1 fan, saw Red Bull and he was like, "Oh, I'll grab that one because he's a Red Bull fan." And I gave it to him, not knowing that it was actually, I didn't realize, but it was a special one sent from RB Leipzig.
Oh,
it was
no.
Christopher Nkunku on the back, signed by Christopher
Oh
Nkunku.
my god! So you got to sign
Don't tell
a
me he's
I
signed
took
random.
it
it.
back. I took it back. Sorry, Rob. I'm not giving that to you.
Sorry, mate. I'm gonna need that one back.
that one back.
You tried, yeah. Pitch no, give it here.
No, I got him another
That's
RB.
mad.
Got him another one that was just empty on the back
Okay,
and
cool.
didn't have signed. But yeah,
I
it was signed by
got
Nkunku.
given a Red Bull. I don't know what jersey. I don't know what team it was. It might have been
Leipzig.
Leipzig.
Yeah.
Because Red Bull.
Oh, I saw they sent you a gift pack.
Yeah, they sent me a gift pack. I've got about. I gave you
Yeah,
one.
you
Yeah, I've
gave
got
me a
about
Red
20
Bull.
Red Bulls in my house. So just sitting there. They gave me all different sort of packs and stuff like that. But yeah, the jersey was sick, man.
That was nice.
It's like
I
a
saw that
training
one.
jersey.
Yeah,
one.
training top.
Yeah,
that is nice.
nice.
But Christopher Nkunku, watch his plays.
Yeah.
Wherever he goes, he's
Who
going to
do
be a
you think?
superstar.
Where do you think he would?
You reckon
better?
Prem for sure?
Oh, PSG does also make sense for him just
Right.
because the cash and he's French and I'd love to see him at Chelsea. God, I'd take him. If you told me I could get rid of Lukaku, get Christopher Nkunku,
take-
obviously I work a lot on the Bundesliga, so
Yeah.
I've watched him a
Yeah.
lot this
Yeah.
season. He's a freak. He can do everything. So I would love to see him. But let's see.
Could be
Very
like a
interesting one.
Batshuayi
See which team will
2.0.
win.
Well, let's hope he's not a Batshuayi 2.0.
Batshuayi was fire for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, Batshuayi delivered when we needed him to deliver.
It's true. It's true. I think he's still a Chelsea player, isn't he?
I don't know. Probably.
think he
He's
is.
probably still on the book
I think
somewhere.
he's still on the books. But anyway, transfer silly season. That's why we love it. We'll have all the latest news to you guys. And yeah, it is. It was supposed to be a shorter episode. I don't know if it turned out to be a shorter episode. I don't think it did. But
I know
we are.
Shabs is shaking his head. At us.
Yeah, Shab's not happy with us. We're actually, it is off season, so we're into the off season, but we're going to be chatting with you guys quite often on all our socials. So if you listen to the pod, but you haven't followed us yet, now is your time to follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, and all that, because we're going to be doing a lot more content on there. It is off season. We're going to just meet up every now and then, guys, because you're
Yeah.
going back to England soon.
I'm going back to England 2 weeks off there for I'm there for about a month or so, over a month, and yeah, just I'm calling it the 3 Fs: festivals, effing, and family time.
Make sure you wear protection because I heard there's a pandemic
I'm
out there
actually
of
done.
different kinds.
I'm actually done.
That's it, man. The 3 Fs.
Jesus.
That's what we're going back for.
3
Wow,
Fs.
you really
There
said that.
go. Fans, he really went there.
He said that.
He really went
You really
there.
said
Yeah. Well done, Alan. I rate it. I like the honesty.
Me too.
I like the honesty.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Is there a few girls back home that
Oh,
when
mate.
you weren't a big thing when you left?
Oh yeah,
but now you're coming back.
I've
a
got to
big
do it.
thing.
I've got to do it. You just have to.
Yeah.
You got to be like, oh yeah, I'm the guy now.
I'm big in Australia. If you set foot in Australia, everyone knows.
Everyone
I
knows.
am.
Yes, I got to tell them stories. I got to. I have to. It'd be rude not to.
Oh god, brilliant. Anyway, Kat, you're going to Spain soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to Lebanon and Spain.
Lebanon and Spain.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
gonna go reconnect with my roots, but
Yeah.
not
In
the
Beirut.
same way that Olan would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Just
Different kind
a bit
of
more
connection.
wholesome
Yeah.
than that.
You going to
yeah.
Beirut?
Yeah.
I heard the nightlife unbelievable over
Yeah,
there.
and
Ooh,
just the
really?
day, like the beach clubs and
Yeah.
stuff like that,
Fucking
goes off.
Huge.
Nice.
Well, but before you all go, we're going to be doing a lot more content on here, so keep an eye on Born Offside. Make sure you subscribe. Turn your notifications on because we're not just going to be popping up on Tuesdays anymore.
No.
We're going to pop up just whenever we feel like it. Whenever we feel like there's something to be said, especially with the Socceroos camp at the moment, we're going to be just popping in and having a word to you guys. So make sure you subscribe, follow us on everything, turn your notifications on, send in all your questions, and we'll reply to them anytime we see fit because we're going to create, as we said, special podcasts, but we also want to chat to you guys. So make sure you DM us. Don't DM Olan. You don't want to be in those
Yeah,
DMs.
you'll get
DM
lost
the
there.
Born Offside
Please
page.
stop DMing me.
You don't want to be there.
Please.
Thanks, guys, so much for joining us on this first of our off-season specials, and we'll see you real soon.
Bye,
See you
guys.
Bye.